What's up, guys? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. It's Saturday evening. It is like, besides that one cricket, it's like kind of eerily quiet. Ah, here comes a car. How's it going? More specifically, how's your mental health? I talk about this a lot because the last few years, I think people don't realize the toll that this planet has taken on people. Now, call me a sensitive person or whatever, but I've gone through a lot of changes, a lot of fuck ups, and a lot of things I just really wish I wouldn't have got into, and not like bad things, but you know what I mean? Like just certain systems and stuff like that mentally. It's a nice sunset. You guys want to see it? I don't think I have any actual sun visible, but it's always nice in Arizona. And you got the mountains behind us. You know, it's hard to think about, where you're at mentally and stuff when you're all fucked up. If you're going through some stuff, it's going to be really hard for you to realize sometimes that you are. I'm going to share a couple things with you. And the first one is just a couple tips on what depression is and how to get out of it. Or what a manic episode is and how to get out of it. It is pretty easy to knock yourself out of depression. And everybody's going to say, no, it's not. No, that's not true. Clinical depression. My question to you is, what are you doing to change your depression? Are you just sitting there, paralyzed by the way you feel? Scrolling on your phone, watching everybody's fucking amazing lives go by and all of these things that you don't have, and thinking about how fucking poor you are or how dire your life is and everything like that? Or whatever version of that is to you, or whatever you're doing to further you feeling like shit. Are you laying in bed with the windows closed and the blinds all shut up and everything? Because you could open the blinds. You could go take a shower. You could get your hair cut. You could go for a walk. I mean, my fat ass is doing it. And you might say, oh, but it's snowy and I'm so sad. Shut the fuck up. I use this as an example a lot of the times. That looks cool, don't it? Hey. I use this as an example a lot of the times, but when Boo passed away, I still kept running. I never missed a run. I never missed a workout. And some people say, well, you're psychotic, you're crazy, and you're stronger than I am, blah, blah, blah. I don't really see that as true, necessarily. I don't think that I'm built any different than anybody else. In the sense of, I feel pain, I feel emotion, I feel discomfort, I feel sadness, I feel anger, I feel happiness, I feel exhilaration, I feel joy, I feel all of those things. And I've definitely experienced some crazy stuff in my life, and so have you. So if I'm out here and I'm walking around and I'm trying to make sure that seasonal affective disorder or whatever doesn't fuck with me this year, then I think you should be able to as well. And I know everybody's different, okay? One of the really cool things about being a human is the fact that we do get to experience all those feelings. And you might be like, I don't want to feel all those feelings. Well, have you ever had a good time? Imagine. I don't know, but I would imagine like a bear or a cow is not sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm having a good time. I'm on a road trip and I'm going to Mexico with my bros and we're going to get wasted and we're going to have a good old time and this and that. You got to take the ups with the downs, guys. If you don't get down, you can never realize what was up. Or if you don't get up, you can never realize what it was like to be down. One of my biggest pieces of advice to you is, if you're the type of person that does suffer this time of year, whether it's, or just in general with like sadness or anything like that, get a hobby. Anything. I got so many fucking things that I want to do. I want to do pottery. I want to make soap. I'm currently learning how to weld, teaching myself to. Maybe you want to knit or go do yoga, or I don't know what the fuck it is that other people do. But if you don't have something that you do, or some type of maybe a side hustle where you can have some type of purpose or something like that, you got to find it. Get your mind off of the other shit. Busy people don't usually get depressed. And I'm not saying like they can't, but let's be honest. How many times do you see a high-strung person that's moving around, has got 2 jobs, and got some hobbies that they're working on and stuff like that, sitting there sad, staring at the fucking wall? So my advice to you is get off your ass and do something. Anything. It really is as simple as washing your face. Wash your face. Go to Walmart and buy a fucking 99-cent face mask and put it on yourself. Put on some cool music. Music that you grew up with. Mine's like Pantera, Marilyn Manson, Deicide, Obituary. I've been listening to a lot of that stuff lately and it makes me feel good. Insane Clown Posse. All of those stuff. It reminds you of maybe a more carefree time in your life. And if it brings back bad memories, change the fucking music. Don't be like, oh, but it brings up a sad time in my life. Come on. You gotta get up and you gotta fight it. It's easy to be sad. It's easy to be overwhelmed. It's easy to do all those things, but it's also easy to stand up and walk. It's also easy to go to the fucking gym. It's also easy to drink some water. It's also easy to make yourself dinner tonight. It's also easy to take your kids to a movie. It's also easy to love yourself enough to start a really cool hobby or something that you've wanted to focus on for a long time. Let me lighten this up now. It's getting darker. Get out of your fucking head. All right? Trust me. I know sometimes I sound like a heartless son of a bitch. But I think it's because it's like my own self-talk. I grew up ADHD and took medicine for years, and then it went into bipolar. And now I don't take stuff. So it's like this weird way that I've noticed that I have in which I can help myself. And it really does boil down to just the human element. If you think about it, at the core, what do humans do? Like if you looked back 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, okay? Do you think the cavemen and cave women were sitting there depressed, like, oh, my life sucks, my job sucks, blah blah blah? Probably not. But they did do other things. And you're like, well, Jonathan, they didn't make soap or do pottery or weld. Yeah, no shit, asshole. But the things that they did do, they moved. Just moved around. Whether it was like hunting for the men, gathering for the women, or it was migrating in the wintertime because it was too cold, or building some type of structure to live in, or I don't know if they cooked food at that time, I don't think so, but making dishes to eat or whatever that they did, they moved. And we're here. And if we hadn't moved and we just sat there like a bunch of sad sons of bitches and never procreated and made love and had happiness and all those things, we would have never made it. Hope for a better tomorrow. Your life's not that fucking bad, dude. First of all, you're watching this video and you got fucking internet connection, okay? So, you're better than, what, 3/4 of the planet that doesn't have that ability? You got a fucking $1,000 cell phone in your hand. Or $500 cell phone, or whatever it is, you know? You made payments on a fucking cell phone. You're in a pretty good position. You got a house. Well, at least I would assume so, or some kind of structure that you live in. You're not a caveman screaming at the dude over there because he's eating too much of your pig. You got a job. And even if you don't, you will again. Because everybody out there should be able to have 3 fucking jobs right now. There's plenty of work. And you have something that the world needs. I don't know what it is, and I don't really give a fuck. Whether it's you're a leader, or you're a follower, or you're a worker, or you're compassionate, or loving, or caring. Whatever it is that you have to offer the world, you got to get out there and give it to it. You know? And the only thing that we can't get more of in this life is time. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 41, I think, going on 42. I'm not going to live forever. I would really, really, really like to live forever. Is that weird? That's probably a weird statement. But because I know I'm not going to live forever, I know that I got to do the most I can while I'm younger. Eventually, you're going to get to a point in your life where you're going to start losing the ability to do things, whether it's working out or powerlifting or running a gym or being a nurse or being a construction worker or whatever it is that you do. How many times have you heard that the only thing people regret when they get old is the things that they didn't do? If you want to be depressed, wait till you're 90. You know what I mean? Like, don't do it now. Wait till you actually can just sit there and be sad for no reason. Life's short. And I'm sure you know somebody that has had to experience that all too early. So get out there and realize that life doesn't suck. Life is amazing. There's beautiful opportunities right in front of you if you just stand up and go get them. Have an amazing day and take care of yourself.